He stayed there last time. When he came to visit the other day, yeah.
Okay,
But
so
we
I've got a
like
link
that.
for you guys. Do you want? Should I send it to Kara
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can send it to me over email.
and me?
He stayed there last time.
What's that? Yeah. Now, I don't believe this is going to be the same link every day. It's just the link right now, and it's unlisted.
Okay.
And I'm sending it to Kara, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I just sent that off.
Like, I understand what they're doing, but I don't. You know, like I links, but it's like so many things going on here. I have no idea.
No, I don't got no idea at all.
So my plan is basically I think that because of the time frame and so forth, that I'm not even going to promote the live episode because we'll get so few viewers and so forth for that. It takes up social media space, and then plus it puts out there promos that people will click after the episode is aired to go watch that live version. And meanwhile, I'll have pulled it down. I'll have taken it into like full proper like 4K quality here, or whatever it is. It'll be 1080.
Okay.
I can clean up, and then I'll be pushing it back out. And I'll be pushing it out to X and to YouTube and to all of the Facebook groups. So I just felt that at this point, it just puts out promotion to get people to watch it, which they aren't going to do, mostly because of timing. And then it turns every episode into like 10 promotions. You know, one with the actual video and one before, which I think it's just distracting. Is that okay in your guys' mind?
I mean, listen, you are the expert. You know what you're doing, so I trust you 100%.
So it'll go out live, but then you'll edit it and it'll be on YouTube for good.
I probably am not going to put it out like I'll do it on an unlisted link, but not live, because then it puts it live on RegWatch, and I always go back up there and put a much better version of that I've recorded here. And then I pull down the live. And then but if the live sometimes can get distributed around and people pass the link around, or I had pushed the link out there to promote to get people to watch it, and then there's always this conflict. So I think for something like this, because of the time frame, right, there's just no point to push out promotions and my regular North American stuff to push out a link that we're going to be taking down as soon as I have the good version going up. Does that make sense?
So then here's a question for you, Brent, and I think that's fine. So if this isn't going out live, should we start earlier? And so because of the problem with the conference room, if we started at, let's say if we did it between 7:30 and 8:30, then we wouldn't have to worry about, because we can keep the doors closed until 8:30 and not let people in the conference room.
I'd have to let all the people know to come along even earlier.
We'd have to.
Yeah, it might
what
be
do you
tough
think?
for
I mean, is
that.
it worth it or not? Don't worry. We won't do that because we don't want to confuse people.
No. And look, and I mean, I'm not setting stone on this because at 8 in the morning, like maybe it should be live. It's just I'm not going to promote it. So what'll happen is that those that are at the conference, that are in the hotels, that are getting ready, that are part of everything, they can still watch it live on YouTube in their hotel rooms. So there's a bunch of value for that. So what I will do, so I will put it live. I just won't have, I just won't have 100 promotional pushes out there across all the social media channels with links that won't be active after it's over. Right? So
and to like bolster your point is, if we have anyone in Geneva, WHO officials who are getting ready for the day and stumble across, they'll see it live. And so I think it kind of makes sense to keep it. Yeah,
but do you want them to see it live?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so let's just talk about that then. So should I do a promo for the live on X?
You could just do one, say, live every morning from 8, and then just have one for each of the days or something, maybe.
Yeah.
So what I need to do then is I need to make sure that I get you guys a list of every URL for each live broadcast so you can push it out, because it's really your guys' social media where anybody from the Who, might be involved. I mean, they can see it from RegWatch. And it's less problematic for me to push out the live stuff on X. The problem is pushing out the drive to live on Facebook, because those things stick around forever. I mean, I post the watch live across every single, video, every single vaping Facebook group, which is like about 80 of them. And then, nobody shows up. And then I have to later that day, I'm posting the actual video out there. And it's just, and then I'll get the odd person going, I went and looked for the show and I couldn't find it because they were clicking the live link. And I delist it on YouTube. So, okay. I'll give you guys the live link. We'll go live every day on YouTube. I'm not going to promote it on Facebook, but I will make a post about it on X. You guys go to town posting it. For live, because I mean it's right there. All those people are there, right? So if you can catch, if we get 3 people watching it live, but they happen to be part of the event or adjacent to it or from the Who, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Right. Plus, we want them to know we're live in Geneva. Okay.
I just want one person to be pissed off that we're here.
Right. I got it. Okay. Okay, I got it. All right, let's just take a look here. Yeah, it's a delicate dance. Figure it out. All right. Okay, so day 1, Martin, is Kurt. Yeo.
Kurt, Jeannie, and Carissa.
Okay, good. And they're all confirmed?
Yeah, I spoke to them all today.
Okay, great. So we're going to chit-chat. You, me, David, blah, blah, blah. What's it like to be in Geneva? Wow. And you're in the belly of the beast, blah, blah, blah. You guys talk as much as you want. I'm just traffic copy, being traffic cop as usual. How's the event going? People are there. Any problems? What's up? Has anybody from the Who been sniffing around yet? Blah, blah, blah.
So, and then we did this last year is, a sports analogy. Martin is play-by-play. I'm color commentator.
Okay. Right. So then for that, then I would like to play one sound on tape that's not a bridge to an interview. This is for something for you guys to talk about. It'll be that Secretary General or whatever sound clip that I played for you guys before at one point, which is like the 3 minutes where it's the whole of government response to nicotine. And that's from COP 10. And so that'll be good. So, I mean, because we don't yet have anything from COP 11, because that's about to happen later today, right? Let's take a look and listen to what they had to say 18 months ago. Yeah. And so then whatever else if you guys want to talk about something specific, let me know right now or not, or just bring it up.
So I think day 1, I'm going to talk about why we're here, what happened in Panama, what we expect for this week. Well, I want Martin to get into what he expects this week. Really more of an overview, and talk about the day 1 panelists and say there's a reason why we set up the agenda the way that we did. We're taking a retrospective look at the FCTC with people that were there at the beginning and how it's changed.
Yeah.
So I think more, we can get into detail obviously, but to me, day 1 is a setup day for our conference, for the bad cop.
Yeah.
Yep, sounds good. You guys can see your 2-shot square there.
Yep.
Just to reinforce to you guys how much you're going to have to get used to being closey. Yeah. Does Kara, I sent you that email. Is the YouTube video playing there okay?
Yeah, it looks good and it sounds great too.
Oh, it does. Okay, good. So there, David and Martin's audio is good, and my audio is okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great. I was
Okay.
worried about an echo, but I'm not hearing any echo, so it's great.
Fantastic.
Excellent. So then we got our wide.
Maybe you could turn the sound up a little bit, see if it, because I didn't think you put
The
it.
sound of my phone.
No,
Oh.
on here you said you didn't want to put it to the top level because it might, if there's no echo, it might be okay.
Oh, it's
It's
almost at max.
it's
Oh,
way
so
up there.
it's up there
Yeah.
already. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I'm playing a clip or something like that, that's when you'll be needing that. Would you like me to play a clip so you can check the audio?
Yeah, let's
Mm.
see what happens.
Let me see here. Got a clip. Okay.
There's no sound, is
Oof. We're hearing our
First,
own echo.
it's smoking. Second, it's vaping, which is obviously a great alternative to smoking. And now nicotine is in the crosshairs of the World Health Organization. And that makes zero sense because nicotine is not the problem. Look at the United States, Brent. We have the Food and Drug Administration back in the 70s approve nicotine replacement therapies, right? I mean, this is something that's happened in the last number of decades with nicotine gum.
Sounds good, Brent.
Yeah. So it sounds okay. 1 sec. There we go. Right.
Okay.
I got to remember.
We'll have to mute your mics while the video is playing, or we can mute it on our end, maybe.
Well, their mics don't need to be muted because I turn their mics off here.
Oh, perfect.
So
okay.
you want to keep their mics on so we can talk back and forth,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Yeah, because that'll be playing. I control the audio for clips that's being sent to you guys that you're hearing through Zoom, and that is independent of what's going out on YouTube. So
Okay.
yeah, so definitely leave your mics on, unless it's something you don't want me hearing. But
You gotta love this guy.
yeah. But though, as always, though, your mics are generally hot. Like whenever if you see video in which you're in the shot, or it's any of the other like regular shots, any of these, all of your mics are always hot when you're going in between.
That red light is on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
like
hot.
you're hot because any shot in which I'm involved, I'm in, or it's just you. The switcher is always set up to keep you guys hot. That way, then I'm not. I don't have you guys talking and nothing coming out. So all right, so Kurt, Jeannie, I've got so we start then with Martin then today, or I think we dive back and forth, don't we, a little bit? I think you're a little bit more first, aren't you, David, with this first episode?
I am. Yeah, I'll kick things off and yep.
All right, and then Martin, is there anything that you've got that you think that you can talk about in terms of things you've learned yet since you've been on the ground?
Not really, because they haven't issued any journals. They've done the preliminary journal and that's it. So we just got to talk an overview at the start. But I did say to David, we want to sort of give the impression that our conference is where the real discussion's happening. Up the road, they're talking irrelevance, really. They're stuck in the past. So we've got people here who are involved in the treaties formation and everything, and we're having the conversations that they should be having at COP 11, but are not. So just get that across, and maybe something about was it 4 days ago where Dr. Tedros said that there's no evidence whatsoever that vaping is less harmful than smoking, and in fact, there's mounting evidence that it's more harmful, which is obviously a load of bullshit, basically.
One thing I want Martin to mention at the beginning is that there's a reason why it's in Geneva, is that they couldn't find another country to host it. Because usually every 2 years, they're in South Korea, they're in India, they're in Moscow. they're in Panama. But at least this is my perception of what's happening, is that WHO has lost its glamour for countries to host the meeting. And I think that this was their fallback, right?
Yeah.
This is because this is their, their home field. And I think it's very telling that no other country wanted to have this meeting. And I think, to me, that says a lot about what's happening at the World Health Organization. So I also think it's kind of a good way to start off the week and saying there's a reason why we're here. So
I love it. Yeah, let's drag them as hard as we can. The Tedros that was on X that he did that, correct? Or was there something else too as well?
Tedros, no, it was a media briefing.
Okay, it was
on the 12th of November.
So he was standing in front of the cameras doing that?
No, but you can find it if you Google it. They transcribed it. They might have filmed it, but I didn't see but I read the transcription, and it was a wide ranging thing. He spoke about tuberculosis. He spoke about poverty in some countries. And just one paragraph he mentioned about vaping or harm reduction, and that's where he said that there's no evidence that vaping is less harmful. In fact, there's mounting evidence it's more harmful, and so therefore countries should regulate all safer nicotine, all alternative nicotine products exactly the same way as they regulate smoking.
Right.
No, he said at least the same way they regulate smoking. So he's basically saying regulate them like smoking, but if you want, regulate them even more. You ban them or something.
Right. Got it.
So he's living in cloud
he's
cuckoo
living
land,
in
basically.
yeah, he's in fucking Crazyville. Okay, good. So all right, and then so for the clips that I'm going to use, I still have to make the final choice, but I've already got them prepared. I've got 3 clips from David. I've got 3 clips from Martin. I've got 3 clips from Roger. I've got 3 clips from Tiki. And then I've still got to finish off McGovern and a few others that I've got. And so I'm filling 20. I'm hoping that I'll be able to pull some clips from a little bit from, are they going to be releasing like the opening speech like they did last time?
Yeah, the opening plenary is live streamed. Yeah,
and that's today, right? Or tomorrow?
Tomorrow morning. Yeah, I think they normally start about 10, maybe.
Okay,
it'd just be the opening plenary. They don't want to show anything else.
Okay, super. All right, well, I'll try to grab that. There'll be some usable stuff in there. And yeah, so I'm probably going to. I've still got to make a decision. Obviously, I'm going to use something from David from the interview there because it's a bit establishing. And probably from you, Martin, that's more about, maybe the forward-looking thing or something like that, just to get it, just to provide a little bit of extra meat on the bone. But I think that's that. Now, can you do one thing for me? When I say Kurt, what are 3 things you think we should talk to him about?
I don't know. I mean, he's been very active with their, I can't remember what the bill's called in South Africa, but he's been very active with their sort of new regulations on tobacco products and nicotine products. So he'll be able to go into that, I think.
Okay.
Because they're trying the same thing over there.
Yeah.
And trying to do it like having meetings where they don't tell anyone where they are and things like that. He's gone through all that sort of stuff.
Okay, super.
Jeannie knows everything about COP. You can ask her everything. She's downloaded she said to me today, she downloaded all the files for COP 11. She's read them all. And Carissa, we talk about pouches and the EU and what they're trying to do. When Sweden is so successful, but they're still trying to ban pouches and things like that.
Right. And then I thought I saw, because it was the EU, was a month ago or whatever it was, they put out that statement or whatever, where they were saying that everybody should be following along with the forward-looking statements from the WHO. And then some countries ended up saying, screw that. And so they kind of got defeated on that. Is that what happened there?
Yeah. So their common position at the COP is basically they don't want the word bans included at all. And so they were close to having no common position at all. And then in the end, they've had to go and have their common position saying not use the word ban anything. Because I think Italy, Greece, Sweden, a whole load of countries, I think it was Bulgaria or Romania, one of them two, said no, we don't want to go along and agree with these things. And they don't want to ban filters. They don't want the forward-looking measures, and they don't want the word bans used. And that was the only way you could get any common position. So all the prohibitionists basically lost when they discussed it at EU level.
So that's great news for us to talk about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good news. That's great news. That's a shining example of what needs to happen at the UN level, right?
And yeah, Scott Abbott COP as well, yeah. But Carissa will know all about that because she keeps a close eye on Sweden and harm reduction and the EU. So yeah, she'll be able to talk about that.
Excellent, man. Super. Well, I think we're in good shape then. So
Okay.
if Kara sees the feed, so I'll get a link to you guys for tomorrow's live within the hour. And then that way, then you can start, promoting it. If I'm confident that I can give you a link that's going to be the link for each day of this week, I'll do that as well. So my goal would be is to kind of book the streams for the entire week right now today. And then I'll get a link for each and then I'll send them to you and then you guys can use them to promote.
Okay, brilliant. Cool.
Sounds good.
Excellent, guys. Sounds
Okay,
good.
brilliant.
So best laid plans of mice and men.
Don't say that. That's a negative thing, isn't it? That suggests something's going to go wrong.
Yeah, well, yeah, it does. Something always does. But anyhow, it'll be fine.
Okay, cool.
All right, guys.
All right, see you tomorrow then. Yeah.
Okay, and this link stays the same. This Zoom link is the link for the whole week. I'll send you new links for promotion for YouTube.
Okay, and what time, just to confirm, do you want us to log on tomorrow?
It would be great if we just connected a half an hour before, and then if you got running around to do or whatever, but at least it puts Martin and David in those seats. You get the mics going. We're connected. Yeah. Everything's working. And then, if there's other things you need to do, that's fine. I'm the same.
Okay.
And then, hopefully the interviews show up okay, and you'll have the first one ready, whenever, and we'll go to it. And then
I've spoken to the people for tomorrow, and the ones for Tuesday, I can talk to them tomorrow because it'd be easier then because people will be around. But at the moment, we had to grab them before they went off and did something else. Basically.
Right. Awesome, guys. Well, we're in good shape.
Great.
Okay, great.
Thanks, Brent.
Okay,
See you tomorrow.
thank you.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.